It's a dead end.
It's not a dead end. We just have to get out and walk.
Where, Tess?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it's through here. Thanks for the help, by the way.
Look, I know you're upset. We both are. Let's just get in, see what we can find about Pierre, and get out. Before I change my mind.
Agreed. Lautrec! That's the name of the mystery man. Think he's got mail? Guess we'll never know. It's locked anyway.
Maybe that's for the best. Tampering with other people's mail is illegal.
How are we supposed to get on board?
Maybe there's something around here we can use.
Pierre! Pierre was here.
Looks like we're on the right track. This is so stupid. We're trespassing. We need to go back home.
But
What if you fall off and break your neck, Tess? Or who knows what's even in that boat? Or if the floorboards are all rotted, or...
But we're already here. And the trailer home...
Mobile home.
The mobile home was fine. I just think... If we go back now, what's the point? Don't you want to know what happened to Grandma? To find Pierre?
Okay, fine. You stay here, and I'll see what I can find.
No, you can't go in without me.
Don't tell me what I can't do, Tess. No matter how grown up you think you might be, I'm still your mother.
You're right. I'm sorry. We've done all of this so far together. I just don't want to give that up.
All right. We'll do it together, but I should go first.
No, I should go.
No way! What if you fall off?
I could say the same to you. I should go first. I'm not gonna let my poor, aged mother walk across a rickety bridge before I'm sure it's safe.
Let's flip a coin. Call it heads or tails.
Heads. I lost?
In a manner of speaking.
After you.
All right. Here I go.
Careful.
Not very climactic.
Not quite as scary as I thought.
Yeah, this thing is pretty sturdy. Especially for just sitting out here for a few decades. Let's hope we can say the same for the rest of the boat.
It's locked. This must be where the money is.
I seriously doubt that, but regardless, we'll have to...
Can I just kick it in?
I'd say you're free to try, but I don't want you hurting yourself.
How sturdy can it be? Ow! All right, pretty sturdy. Damn, 40 grand.
We've definitely found our man.
This must have been from when he drove up here. Imagine spending $6 on a steak lunch.
Or $7 for a tank of gas.
Did people just drink more back then?
Yeah, I think so. But this is a lot, even for 1968.
$3,000 for a houseboat?
Are you saying that's a lot or a little?
These are like $1968, right? I mean, $3,000 then is probably like... $100,000.
Well, that would be a lot to pay for a houseboat like this, but no, it wouldn't be anything like that much.
So how much then?
I don't know. $10,000?
Well, that was my second guess. So, what else could you have bought for that much back then? A car? A nice car?
Probably. Maybe.
Yeah, so this crappy boat for the same amount you could buy, like, a sports car with? Seems like a lot.
But you can live on a houseboat.
You could live in a sports car if you don't have a very high standard of living.
Yeah, much higher standard of living on this rotting houseboat.
Boy, really getting into the sea captain persona, aren't we? Did the boat ever even leave this dock? Wow, cool.
Tess, don't touch that!
Why not? It's just as grimy as anything else in this boat. Plus, I want to find out what the winter campus fashions were in 1968.
You don't know where that's been.
It's literally been right here for 30 years.
I mean before that. Like... Never mind. And I think it was fringed jackets.
The winter campus fashions in 1968?
And patterned tights. But really, put that down.
Wow, this is from when Grandma was really young.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this one.
You look a lot like her.
Really? I always thought I looked more like my father.
Maybe you were just imagining things?
What? Oh, you mean because he might not have been my father? I suppose I can see the resemblance now that I think about it.
You have her smile. A letter from Grandma.
Can you imagine if my mother had actually moved us up here to stay?
I'd be Canadian.
You wouldn't even exist.
Whoa. What?
Well, who knows if I would have had a daughter if my whole life had changed back then. I certainly wouldn't have met your father.
Wow. So this is like looking into an alternate reality. I'd like to live in another reality.
Like what?
One where we were really rich, and you could fix up the Andromeda and make every play there amazing.
Tess.
And we could keep Grandma's house and make it all perfect, like better than it's ever been.
There's no way to that reality from here.
You tell him, Grandma.
Yeah, not one to mince words.
All those years of writing advice columns paid off, I guess. Kinda nice that she was thinking about you guys, too. Not just uprooting your life, dumping you in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it would have been like to grow up here.
You'd have to learn French.
Sacre bleu.
Oh no, it's already happening. Boy, he really burned through it.
I can't imagine just spending $40,000 on nothing.
Well, some of it was on this boat.
Yeah, seems like he really loved it.
Can you imagine Grandma living here?
Can you imagine August living here?
Maybe then she would have been a famous painter, because she would have, like, had to paint a bunch of stuff to make it less ugly.
For sure.
And you and Grandma would have had to fish every day.
This is a very tempting scene you're painting.
I'm imagining something like Little House on the Prairie, but on a boat.
Little houseboat on the river?
Rolls off the tongue. The burglary ring! Mom, Grandma's boyfriend here was a bank robber. Why else would he have this?
Maybe my mother sent it to him.
For what?
To keep him abreast of current events?
Oh, come on, Mom. Grandma had a thing going with a bank robber. How cool is that?
Well, okay, they didn't rob any banks. It was the jewelry counters at department stores and things like that.
Department store robber doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
And it wasn't robbery, it was burglary.
What's the difference?
A robbery is when you take something from someone under duress. A burglary, you take it when they're unaware, I think.
You think?
Listen, it's been a while since I've brushed up on my criminology.
And why are they so sure it was men?
What?
It says the men broke into the store, but there were no witnesses. So how do they know it was men?
You're thinking lady robbers.
Like Catwoman.
I like it. Very cinematic.
Do you think Grandma could have helped?
Are you seriously asking if I think my mother was an accomplice in all this?
Why not?
She had 2 kids at home, and I just don't see it.
Seems like there was a lot about Grandma you weren't seeing.
Excuse me?
Am I wrong?
Maybe not.
Attention, Oh, man, what? This doesn't work. Should have seen that coming. Aha!
Wow, that is a lot to spend on whiskey.
$45?
A lot for back then, I mean. Whiskey was more expensive then, too. Plus, judging from the state of this place, this was probably a reoccurring order.
Geez, slow it down, Pierre.
I don't think he was handling my mother's change of heart too well.
With this amount of booze, it doesn't look like he was handling anything too well.
Listen, let's just get back to it. It's cold in this busted old boat.
So I guess that's it? Grandma and Pierre went to all this trouble and then Grandma just changed her mind?
I think maybe she wasn't so convinced in the first place.
Well then, why string Pierre along like this for so long? He bought a boat and fixed up the kids' room and everything?
Maybe she just wasn't sure at first. Or didn't want to hurt him.
Oh yeah, I bet he felt great about reading this.
Looks like a mailbox key.
Oh, I was hoping that would turn up.
I swear, you could be so nosy sometimes.
Looks like Pierre tried to mail this, but he messed up the postage or something. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's mail? I don't know, Tess.
If this guy was your real father, you're his next of kin, so it's fine.
Is that how that works?
I don't know, probably. Makes sense to me.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
So Pierre was my dad?
He wrote this whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
I'm... So my mother wasn't having an affair at all. Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died. When we thought he'd had a heart attack. He was just... here. On this dock. We never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
Yeah. I'm really sorry, Mom. For your whole life, you'd thought your dad had just died, and you had to live with that. That really sucks.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us. All this time, he was... here. He gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more time. And my mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't even imagine. I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While she was alive. I just...
Wish you could have been there for her?
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us, lie to us, her whole life. Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, maybe. August was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't want to keep going? Maybe we could find...
No, I think we've found enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mom.
He pretended to die. But he really just left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad...
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean... Well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess... Listen. I'll give you the full story in the car. I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, me too.
Tess, thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
And for pushing me to find out what happened.
Just doing my job.
I know I haven't been the best mom lately. But I am so lucky to have such an incredible, kind,
Oh, Mom.
beautiful, hardworking...
Stop, stop. You'll make me cry.
just such an amazing daughter.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey.